Hello, beautiful mamas. I'm your host B, and welcome back to another episode. Grab your cold coffee, put your hair in that messy bun that's been messy since you've had your first baby, and let's talk about something we all experience our toddlers acting like tiny emotional hurricanes. You know, the screaming, the flopping, the sudden, I hate this cup, even though I loved it yesterday drama. I'm no professional. I'm just a mama who has cleaned yogurt off the ceiling and survived public meltdowns over absolutely nothing. But I've learned a few things, and today we're decoding what those big toddler reactions are really about. Okay, so first things first, toddlers have feelings bigger than their bodies and zero tools to express them. Their brains are still under construction, like the kind of construction where there are orange cones everywhere, no workers in sight, and the road is closed for reasons no one understands. They don't have the wiring yet to say, Mama, I'm feeling overwhelmed. Could you give me a moment? Instead, what we get is screaming, throwing themselves on the floor, going stiff like a surfboard, or just staring at us like we're the villains in their story. There's actually research showing that toddlers experience emotions at full volume, like 100% intensity, but they only have about 10% ability to regulate them. So basically, they are tiny drunk adults with no impulse control. That's why the tantrum isn't the problem. The tantrum is the communication. Let's break down what's actually going on beneath those big, loud moments. 1. They are overstimulated. Too much noise, too many lights, too many people. Their nervous system short circuits. You think you're just at Walmart. They think they're auditioning for America's top yelling talent. 2. Hunger. A hungry toddler is honestly a national emergency. They don't say, Mom, I'm feeling low on blood sugar. They say, I'm going to hit you with my shoe. 3. Fatigue. Overtired toddlers make no sense. 1 minute they're cuddly. Next minute they're throwing themselves backwards like someone snatched their soul. It's not misbehavior. It's exhaustion disguised as chaos. 4. Need for autonomy. Toddlers want to do everything themselves, even the things they cannot do, like pour their own milk with a jug the size of their body. Their need for independence is developmentally appropriate, but wow, it's exhausting. 5. Difficulty with transitions. Going from activity to activity feels like betrayal. Leaving the playground, tragedy. Turning off the TV, the end of times. 6. Need for connection. Sometimes the meltdown is really just, I need you, I feel overwhelmed, hold me. They don't know how to ask for connection. So we see bad behavior. But underneath it, a shaky little heart is saying, help me. Let me tell you about my toddler's epic performance last week. Picture this. My toddler had a full Olympic level meltdown because, wait for it, I peeled her banana too well. Not wrong, not mushy, not broken, just too perfect. She looked at me like I had personally destroyed her hopes, dreams, and future banana related joy. She threw herself on the floor, sobbing like the universe betrayed her. And I'm just standing there holding this beautiful banana, like, okay. So, do I reattach the peel? Do we do surgery? What's happening? 5 minutes later, she's totally fine, asking for a snack like I wasn't just part of the most dramatic moment of 2026. Here's what I remind myself on the hardest days behavior is communication. They don't have the words, so they use their bodies, their voices, their tears. You may be wondering what helps the most. Stay calm or pretend. They borrow our nervous system. If we're chaotic, they're chaotic. Get low and get close. Eye level makes them feel safe. Touch says, I'm here. Name the feeling. You're frustrated. You want it to keep playing. You don't like that. It doesn't stop the meltdown, but it tells them their feelings make sense. Remember, it's not personal. They're not trying to manipulate. They're not trying to ruin your day. They're trying to survive theirs. So, Mama, If your toddler has been acting out, melting down, or screaming about bananas, you're not alone. You are not a bad mom. Your toddler is not a bad kid. This is development. This is normal. This is temporary, even when it feels endless. You're doing better than you think. Your toddler is learning faster than it seems. And even in the chaos, you are their safe place. The person they run to, cry to, cling to, and trust. Big feelings don't mean you're failing. They mean your child feels safe enough to feel with you. And honestly, that's the most beautiful part. Thanks for being here, Mama. Before I end this episode, I'd like to say a special thank you to all the people around the world that decided to follow me in this journey. I started this podcast in hopes to connect with other moms because when I was a first time mom, I knew how lonely it felt. This basically became like my diary, and I'm grateful that I get to share some of my experiences with you. Please follow me on Spotify, YouTube, and Instagram, and I'll catch you later.